In New York City, John Wick plans to get payback against the High Table while concealing underground with the Bowery Lord. He goes to Morocco and kills the senior, the person who sits over the table. Accordingly, the Marquis Vincent de Gramont, an individual from the High Table, calls New York Mainland Inn supervisor Winston and his attendant, Karen. De Gramont makes sense of that the High Table has given him limitless assets to find and kill John Wick. He chides Winston for his inability to kill John. As discipline, de Gramont strips Winston of his obligations as director, pronounces him excommunicado, annihilates the mainland, and executes Karen. De Gramont then goes to Paris and enrolls Kane, a visually impaired, resigned High Table professional killer, to kill his close buddy John, taking steps to kill Kane's girl in any case. John takes asylum at the Osaka mainland, show to his companion Shimazu Koji. De Gramont's right-hand man Chidi, supported by High Table professional killers and Kane, shows up to explore the inn. Shimazu's little girl Akira, the inn's attendant, empties the lodging not long before the High Table deconsecrates it, touching off a skirmish. John battles through influxes of heavily clad professional killers, and a standoff with Kane is intruded on by an abundance tracker who refers to himself as Mr. No One. He supports John's departure subsequent to deciding the agreement cash for killing John to be lacking. Kane permits an injured Akira to escape after hesitantly killing her dad. John gets back to New York and meets with a vindictive Winston at Karen's gravesite. Winston encourages John to summon an old High Table custom to move de Gramont to a duel. Winning would free John, everything being equal, to the High Table, yet he can demand a duel in the interest of a wrongdoing family. He goes to the Berlin base camp of the Ruska Roma criminal organization, with whom he had cut off ties, to demand readmission. His receptive sister Katya consents to his solicitation in return for John killing Killa, a High Table part who killed her dad. In spite of the fact that Killa sets up a trap at his club, John actually figures out how to kill him and recover his status. Winston transfers John's conventional test to de Gramont. He demands the New York mainland be modified, with him re-established as director, should John win. In Paris, John and de Gramont choose the boundaries of their duel, dueling guns on the accompanying dawn at Sacré-Cœur in a gathering directed by the Harbinger, the table's messenger. De Gramont selects a hesitant Kane to battle in his place. John and Winston will be executed ought to either neglect to show up on time. The Bowery Lord shows up in Paris to give John a gun and another ballistic suit. De Gramont plans to keep John from showing up at the duel in time by putting a $26 million abundance on him. John wards off crowds of professional killers while heading to Sacré-Cœur, including Mr. No One, who arranges an abundance increment to $40 million. During their showdown, John keeps Chidi from killing Mr. No One's dearest canine, a shocked Mr. No One chooses to forsake his quest for John. After Kane and Mr. No One help John in warding off a few professional killers, including Chidi, whom Mr. No One kills. At a long flight of stairs that prompts Sacré-Cœur, they arrive at the culmination with perfect timing for the duel. John and Kane cause serious injuries for one another through 2 rounds of dueling. The 3rd round stops when Kane seriously wounds John. Requesting the option to manage the final blow, de Gramont enthusiastically trades places with Kane. Be that as it may, John, who had not yet shot his 3rd projectile, shoots and eliminates a clueless de Gramont. The Harbinger awards Kane and John their independence from the High Table, and Winston is restored. In the wake of falling on the flight of stairs, John reflects upon his life and marriage prior to surrendering to his wounds. In a little while, Winston and the Bowery ruler bid goodbye to John at his headstone, situated close to his late spouse Helen's. In a post-credits scene, Kane gets back to Paris to rejoin with his girl, yet is drawn closer by the wrathful Akira, who shakes a weapon,